So we're gonna make Pico De Gallo, the most basic of simple salsas. In the bowl, I have half of a red onion and a jalapeno pepper. So before we add our diced tomato to our Pico De Gallo, we're gonna let this acid and salt work on those first couple of components. I add garlic to my salsa as well, because I add garlic to pretty much everything except ice cream. So after this marinates for about 10 minutes, we're going to add some diced tomato. Squish some of the seeds out or go ahead and core it completely as you're chopping it up so it's not too wet when you're done. And then you're gonna add a little cilantro or parsley and a little green onion. I mix the red and the green onion. And my secret ingredients are a little hint of cumin, ground cumin, gives it an earthy quality, and a little shot of cayenne pepper sauce. I like Frank's Red Hot in my salsas. For the topping of the omelet, because it's supposed to taste like a popper, I make an avocado crema. So we start by pitting our avocado, squishing the guts of it into our food processor. And we're gonna whiz this up with Mexican crema or some sour cream, of course, either or. I add some more lime juice to this to thin it out a little bit. A little salt and cumin in this as well. Turn that on and let it go until it's nice and smooth. So I've got my skillet. I'm gonna put it back over the heat, a combination of butter and a little olive oil, and we're gonna put in the sweet peppers and the hot peppers, so the chili, the sweet pepper, and the red onion, all into the skillet. I'm gonna sweat that out. When we come back, I'll show you how to build the frittata itself. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees. My rule when I'm making frittatas is 1 egg per inch. If the pan is 10 inches, crack 10 eggs. If the pan is 12 inches, crack 12 eggs. I put a little hot sauce, salt, and pepper into the eggs. Into the pan, right on top, like we're making migas, crushed nacho cheese chips, yum. Mix that all together. So you got the chips and the veg. Then we're gonna pour the egg over top of all that. Get the egg distributed to the bottom of the pan. I just kind of give it a little nudge all around the edges. Now inside the poppers, of course, you have that cream cheese filling. So we're gonna drop in half of a large brick, or about 4 ounces, or you could get away with a 3-ounce brick if you want, of just good old brick cream cheese. And then we're going to just nest it into the eggs and pop this into the oven. Don't forget, when the top is set, add the just shredded cheese right from the sack, right from the dairy aisle of the store. Pepper jack for extra spicy, Monterey Jack, or any easy melting cheese if you want it a little milder with your topping. So this is our beautiful jalapeno popper frittata. I cut it kind of like a wedding cake. I just cut it into 6 slices this way rather than pie chart kind of a vibe. And then we take our sauce, our crema, and go back and forth. And then we take our salsa. And then we finish with some pickled jalapeno sliced peppers.